All right, so these accounts are already at payout. So everyone that was copy traded with this account is already at a payout now. And so, yeah, so I mean, you can see how we're at 52,630. This is the 8th day trading it. So I'm going to flip for 2 days and just call it, right? Because Apex allows you to flip for 2, right? I'm just going to use that and then get these accounts to payouts. The reason why I'm doing that is because this is a one and done trade. This is a lot riskier kind of trading than I normally do when I'm scalping. But I know when you look at the P&L, it doesn't look like a one and done trade. It is. Most of these trades are at least one and done trade. There were 2 days where I didn't do one trade, where I had to do more. One was this day, right, where the trade was going against me, so I killed it, and then I scalped my way back to in the day at 300 something, which sucks because if I didn't kill this trade and I just let it play out, it would have actually hit my take profit. It literally, I exited, I put a stop loss and it ticked the stop loss, ticked it to the tick. And so that was unfortunate. Then this one was this whole day was like a complete train wreck where I was in for 10 contracts instead of 3, because I was doing a eval account, and then I didn't realize that I was doing an eval, or not. And I didn't realize that I changed my contract size from during the evals. I changed it to 10, right? And then when I went back to the PAs, I forgot to change it and saw a good trade, and I just jumped in. And the next thing I knew, I was like down like significantly. Yeah, so whole train wreck of day trying to recover that, which is funny because I did recover it, right? This was this day. Literally, I've lost all my gains that day. I mean, everything. Went back to like literally like $400 and literally scalped my way back. This was Thursday, so and I scalped my way back. I mean, basically up to $2,000 something in a day. So it's like funny because like, I mean, yeah, it's like theoretically I could probably make $2,000 scalping a day on NQ. But it's a little bit more risky. And it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, even if I do want to try to scalp to bring this account up past, a little bit further, give myself a little bit of buffer, right? I could also just scalp as easily and try to scalp out safely after taking the payout as I can right now, right? Because if I do it right now, the whole thing is like, my goal is like, I don't want to lose $600, right? Or I don't want to lose $500 because that screws my payout out, right? Well, it's the same thing. Once I take it, right, I still don't want to lose that $500. So I'm going to then try to scalp my way out of the, give myself a little bit bigger of a cushion, and then go trading at this again. And I might try to scalp, $1,000 a day on this and switch this account into a scalping account where I'm scalping $1,000 a day. Because I do have those accounts as well. So if I go, I'm going to go ahead and go back to this screen here, and I'm going to I want to switch accounts here. So let me switch. How do I switch accounts? All right, so let me switch accounts to I think it's these accounts. I try to trade things in sets of like 5 or whatever, right? Yeah, so it's these accounts here. So if I make this full screen, let's go to this month on these accounts. All right. So now if I'm over here, you can see that these are some other PA accounts I have, right? But this is PA accounts that I'm a lot more aggressive on, right? So this is me scalping $1,000 a day, right? So this is $1,000 a day, right? And you can see this is for 4 trading days in a row, right? And so this account's already eligible pretty much for the next payout cycle, right? And I'm just going to continue scalping $1,000. Usually I have about a 90% win rate when it comes to the days doing this. Sometimes more, but usually it's about 90%. So usually out of 10 days, I will lose one, right? So typically once it goes to payout, I will be at about $8,000. Sometimes I'll be all the way up at 10 and not have any losing days. But this is another way. And I mean, it's really easy how I do this is like I risk very, very little in the beginning of the day. Usually, the first day of me trading my PA's account, sometimes I do go really aggressively. So that's kind of what this little dip is here, right? But it's pretty simple. Usually, like for example, today it's like the first couple trades, I'm trying to make 30, I'm trying to make 50, I'm trying or 30, and then I'm trying to make 60, then I'm trying to make 90, then I'm trying to make 100, at least $100 a trade. And then I pretty much stick to that $100 a trade rule up until I get to $1,000. And sometimes once I'm at like 500 or 600, I might try to hold a trade longer and just say, okay, hey, I'm going to let this trade breathe. And, if it goes down 500, I'm okay with that. Or if it, goes up 500, then I'm okay with that too. Right. So sometimes my trades get a little bit bigger as I have more of a cushion throughout the day. If I lose the cushion, I just go back to scalping for those $30, $50 again. Right. And so this comes from, having a trailing drawdown or a daily loss limit on other prop accounts. Right. And this is what I do. See, a lot of people will lose that $500 and then not size down and then try to, take that. And I know a lot of people, this actually is called like counterintuitive for people because a lot of trading people will tell you not to downsize your trades, right? That is a thing that a lot of people say, right? They're like, if you're going to scalp five consistently, because then if you go back to scalping one, then it's going to take you, one losing trade, it'll take you 5 winning trades to make back up that one losing trade then, right? I think that applies to most trading pretty well, but I think when you're intraday scalping and doing like a lot of trades per day, like in the 60 trades a day, I don't think that applies anymore. So, because I treat every single day like a new day, right? So I treat every single day on these accounts, I guess, as if I am starting out with 0, right? And I have no wiggle room, right? And I'm trying to build up a little cushion so then I can trade a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger. It works really well for me. And so that's what I do with these accounts. And once I take out like my money from the accounts where I'm taking one and done trades, I might trade those accounts a little bit differently and try to incorporate those accounts into this. So basically, typically I have like 2 strategies that I really trade really well. And then I have 2 other strategies that I'm always kind of changing between, right? So I try to trade my accounts in groups of 5, if that makes sense. So 5 for this strategy, 5 for this strategy, 5 for this strategy, and 5 for this strategy. And it works out really well for me. So that's it. I'm just excited to, have a couple accounts at payouts right now and show people. I'm going to show people probably the payout or some payouts this month. And then probably show people some payouts next month and the month after and and kind of start to be a little bit more open about some payout stuff. So that's it for this video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.